Hello everyone and welcome back to the dojo. We are still in lockdown, but there's a little bit more things we can do. So it's been a while since we've done a training video. I have been busy rebuilding the dojo, so it's a little bit out here, but I have been asked to create some more exercises for you, and we've been a little bit creative here. I know you don't have the kettlebells, okay? Now in the previous videos we've done the Bulgarian bags, but the kettlebells, okay, and all we're doing with the kettlebells, and we're replacing it with an empty container. So this had some cleaning fluid in it, and all I've done is filled it with water. Actually, it's not full of water at the moment, but you get the idea. Fill it with water, and then you can create some weight. Now you can put as much water in as you want. I would suggest you don't fill it over too much at the top because it will spill out possibly, but make sure it's secure. Now if you can't get one of these, you can just use an empty milk container, 2 litre milk container, or a tin of paint from your dad's garage or mum's garage, okay? But I've got these and these, and we're going to do both exercises, showing how to use your kettlebell workout from one of these to a very easy training suggestion. So we've put together some exercises that replicate movement within judo. So it's very important that when we do some training, we try to keep it as close to our rotational pull movement and pulling actions and lifting actions that are as close to completing a judo move. So we're making sure our energy systems, our muscle endurance is being trained as best we can to replicate as close to randori as possible. Okay then, so I've got 6 exercises. The first one is the single arm overhead lift. Okay, so it is important when we do the lifting, particularly your young kids, we get it nice and slow, and we always have a nice low posture, so we're nice and bent, bend those knees, hips back a little bit. The kettlebell's between our feet, one hand, bending up, and control the descent, and then change the hands. There. So here, so entry, up, and when we change the grip. Now notice how I'm bending the knees, working through the squat, the pulling action through, the lift from the core. There. Excellent. Okay, there's your single arm overhead lift. Okay, moving next, we have what we call an atlas swing. Sorry, if you need to use this, it's exactly the same. Here, there, and there. Nice and easy. So the atlas swing, stay with this kettlebell. I would suggest you have a bit of a judo stance, okay, right foot forward, left foot back. And we're going to have the 2 hands, arm up, and as we come down through, we're twisting up to this position again. Okay, here and here. Okay. Here and here. You can change the legs over halfway through maybe, of that little step. Okay, so you have your footwork, and it's just from one side, high action, coming through, control the descent, and then power up with the step. There, there. And this is the atlas swing. Okay, obviously you can change the foot over, have the other stance. There. Atlas swing. We then have the bent over row and press, so a bit of a CrossFit one. Bent over row, again, simple position, hips back, back straight, let the arms drop, and you're pulling the elbows up, and you're coming either side of your rib cage as much as possible. Try to avoid having an arch, and just bending your head down. Head up, focus on a focal point in front of you, and lifting up. Come to the middle, and lift up. You can increase this a little bit by having a step. You can have a little step up, so you have a little bit of a lower drop there. But it is important that we control the back movement. So here, got a nice shape in the back. There. Okay, and we're pulling and keeping the kettlebell as close to your body line as possible. There, and that's a back exercise. You can do exactly the same. You also need 2, and there. Okay. Now then, we're going to add a second exercise to this one. We're going to go into a press. So after the lift, we then step through and do a press. And back. So single arm lift, and then we step through to overhead press. Single arm lift, step through to overhead press. Okay. Okay. Next exercise is the halo. Now, upper body strength. Hold the kettlebell, I would suggest, around here, but watch your head. And we're coming around as close to the head as possible. keeping that movement around the head, and make sure we rotate around both directions. So if you go anti-clockwise, go clockwise for a couple as well. But posture, feet shoulder width apart, or judo stance, and we're making sure the arms are staying nice and high, and we're going around the top of the head, the halo, like a Saint Simon, like me. Okay, so don't let it drop round, because you'll clock yourself on the head. Some of you, that's not going to hurt, but trust me, it hurts me. There, around the head, and that's a halo, okay? And again, you can do exactly the same with your bottle container. Next, the torso twists. Similar to the Atlas, okay? A little bit more controlled movement. So here, holding it in front of you. Okay, it's really important we get the rotation through the core and the twisting action like we would if we were doing a thrower technique. So as I twist, I'm making sure I turn, pivot through my hips. Here, arms out. And as I draw back, pulling, I'm turning and twisting and then going out to the other side. Now, you can change your feet or just keep it flat. So there, twisted through the hips. And this is the torso twist. Okay, same thing with your back, your butt here, there, here. Make sure you extend out, twist through the hips. Notice that when I draw in, I'm bending my knees, get my hips low, twisting through the hips, and driving out again. Okay, there. Similar action if I was to be turning, trying to pull somebody with the grip and moving. So, moving on. Single arm deadlift, Uchimata leg. So, a bit more control required here. Focal point in front of you, kettlebell in between your knees. Now, as the arm goes out, you're going to shake your head forward and lift your leg into an Uchimata lift. So it's like a single arm deadlift as well. There, okay, there. And down again, swap arms. So lift and the leg goes up as well. There. Okay, and down. Okay, and control that movement. Wasn't a great demonstration, I know, but here, there. Head down and down. And there. Make sure when you do the Uchimata, bend that knee just like we teach you the Uchimata and drive up through the hip. And practice makes permanent. Again with the kettlebell, there. Okay. Now you might find it a little bit heavy, okay, for this particular exercise. So if it is a little bit heavy the weight, have a second one of these, but with no water in it, but get that balance line right, or use a can of beans, something to hold on to, but if it's too heavy, don't stress yourself. Okay, lunged press. Now the alternate leg lunges, we can go forwards or backwards. As I do a lunge here, making sure the knee stays in line with the toes, the arm will follow. So if I'm stepping forward with the right leg, this side goes up as well. So there. Nice and vertical, posture straight and down. There. Okay, obviously you can change sides. There. Okay. If you need to do your lunge in a reverse step, that's fine with me. We'll just do it the other way around. Focus on this technique, the posture and the shape. Again, there. And control the descent of the arm. Don't let gravity take over. Our last one. Okay, so abdominal work. You can have a sit down and like a little leg raise. Here, and we're going over the top and down. Over the top and down. Over the top and down. You could probably be creative here. Take your back. Over the top. Hips through. Here. Here. Okay, you come over single legs. Okay. You could even try and pick it up. Come over. Be creative. But keep it straight front. Now the last thing is trying to do something, find something that we can do for our gripping. So all we've done is put a judo belt around the kettlebell. I'm going to stand on a box to get some distance, and we're just pulling the belt up and descending. Okay. Now you could find a way of wrapping your judo suit around this through the arms so you get that grip, but the judo belt works well. Some of you might want to hold the arms out a little bit longer. It's not about how many you lift up, it's just the consistency of the lift and pull, the feed of the grip. Remember, feed on the way up and feed on the way down. And this will give us the forearm. You can change your arms over. But good. Again, you can do exactly the same and feed it through one of these, and you've got the exercises. So, there's some ideas for you. We'll be building these into our Zoom lessons as well, but this is a heads up and you can get some practice done. Take care everyone, see you soon.